Brace yourself. The cosmos is on the verge of a seismic shift that could rewrite your entire existence. The lunar eclipse, known as the blood moon, is hurtling toward us in March 2025, and it's not just a celestial spectacle. It's a cosmic reckoning. This isn't a gentle nudge from the universe. It's a roaring call to awaken, a portal of transformation so rare that missing it could leave you stuck in cycles of stagnation. You might already be feeling the tremors, unexplained restlessness, vivid dreams, or a heaviness you can't shake. Are you ready to face the tidal wave of change that's coming? Think about the past few weeks. Have you been waking up in the middle of the night, heart racing for no reason? Maybe you've felt a strange pull, like something massive is looming just out of sight. These aren't coincidences. They're the early whispers of the blood moon's energy, already seeping into your life. This cosmic event will cast a shadow not just on the earth but deep within your soul, unearthing emotions and truths you've buried for years. What's stirring inside you right now? Are you ready to uncover the hidden forces at play? If you've been feeling these changes, whether it's sleepless nights, sudden emotional surges, or an unshakable sense of anticipation, comment, "I have felt it," below. Let's connect and unravel these cosmic signs together before the blood moon arrives. Trust me, you don't want to face this unprepared. In this video, I'm revealing the untold secrets of the lunar eclipse, showing you how to harness its power to transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Let's dive in. Imagine the night sky over the ancient valleys of Seraphine, a mystical region nestled between towering mountains and shimmering rivers, where the air itself hums with celestial energy. Legends passed down through generations in Seraphine tell of a time when the blood moon's arrival heralded profound awakenings. Moments when ordinary people became seers, warriors, or healers, forever changed by the cosmic forces at play. In March 2025, this same energy will surge through the skies, a fiery red glow casting an otherworldly light over the valleys, as if the universe itself is whispering secrets meant only for those brave enough to listen. This isn't a gentle celestial event you can simply admire through a telescope. This is a cosmic storm, a tidal wave of energy that will crash into your life with unrelenting force, rippling through every fiber of your being. The blood moon doesn't play favorites. It will touch every soul, whether you're ready or not, stirring the depths of your consciousness and unearthing truths you've long buried. The lunar eclipse, with its haunting crimson hue, acts as a mirror. Not the kind you glance at in passing, but a relentless, unyielding reflection that forces you to see the parts of your soul you've hidden away. In the quiet villages of Seraphine, elders speak of the blood moon as a soul revealer, a celestial phenomenon that strips away the masks we wear and exposes our deepest vulnerabilities. Picture yourself standing beneath this blood-red moon, its light piercing through the shadows of your mind, illuminating old wounds you thought you'd healed. Perhaps a betrayal from a friend in your teenage years that still stings, or the grief of a loss you never fully processed. These wounds, buried fears, and past baggage will surface with a vengeance, as if the universe is holding a megaphone to your soul, demanding you confront them head-on. You might feel a tightness in your chest, a sudden wave of sadness, or an inexplicable urge to cry. These are the first signs of the blood moon's energy at work, cracking open the walls you've built around your heart. But this confrontation isn't meant to break you. It's meant to free you. In Seraphine, the locals prepare for the blood moon by gathering in sacred circles, sharing stories of their struggles and releasing their pain into the night. They believe that the eclipse's energy is a gift, a chance to release the chains that have held you back for years, chains forged from self-doubt, guilt, or the fear of failure. What are the chains in your life? Perhaps it's a toxic relationship you've clung to out of fear of being alone, or a career that drains your spirit but pays the bills. The blood moon will not let you ignore these shackles any longer. It will push you to the edge of your comfort zone, forcing you to ask the hard questions. What am I holding on to that no longer serves me? What fears have I buried that need to be faced? The energy of this eclipse is relentless, but it's also deeply transformative. In the ancient texts of Seraphine, the blood moon is described as a cosmic crucible, a fiery ordeal that burns away the old to make way for the new. Imagine yourself standing in the center of this crucible, the red light of the moon enveloping you, As the universe melts away the layers of pain and fear that have weighed you down. You might feel raw, exposed, even overwhelmed, but this is the first step toward liberation. The blood moon doesn't just reveal your wounds. It offers you the chance to heal them, to rewrite your story, and to step into a version of yourself you've only dreamed of. What would it feel like to finally let go of that resentment you've carried for years? To forgive yourself for past mistakes and embrace your imperfections? This process won't be easy. In the days leading up to the eclipse, you might notice physical symptoms intensifying. Perhaps a pounding headache that comes out of nowhere, or a heaviness in your limbs that makes even simple tasks feel exhausting. These are the blood moon's early warnings, signals that the cosmic storm is already brewing. In Seraphine, the locals prepare by drinking herbal teas made from moonflower and lavender, believed to soothe the body and mind during celestial shifts. You can do the same. Stock up on calming teas, take warm baths with Epsom salts, and give yourself permission to rest. The universe is asking you to slow down, to create space for this transformation, because what's coming is bigger than anything you've experienced before. The blood moon is more than a celestial event. It's an emotional accelerator, a cosmic force that will catapult you into a journey of healing and growth, whether you're ready or not. In the sacred groves of Lunethia, a forested sanctuary where the moon's energy is said to be strongest, the locals have already begun to feel the stirrings of this eclipse. They speak of a palpable tension in the air, a heaviness that settles over the land as the blood moon approaches, as if the universe itself is holding its breath. This tension isn't just external, it's internal too. You might already be sensing it in your own life, subtle but undeniable signs that something massive is on the horizon. Have you been more irritable lately, snapping at loved ones over the smallest things, like a forgotten chore or a delayed response to a text? Or perhaps you've been hit with waves of sadness you can't explain, moments where you find yourself staring out the window, tears welling up for no apparent reason. These aren't random mood swings. They're the blood moon's early warnings, the universe's way of shaking you awake and urging you to prepare. In Lunethia, the elders teach that the blood moon acts as a cosmic amplifier, magnifying every emotion, thought, and unresolved issue in your life. Picture your emotions as a quiet stream, normally flowing gently through your days. Now imagine that stream swelling into a raging river, its waters churning with every feeling you've ever suppressed: anger, grief, fear, even joy. That's what the blood moon does. It turns the volume up on your inner world, making it impossible to ignore what's been simmering beneath the surface. You might find yourself replaying old memories in vivid detail, perhaps the sting of a harsh word from a parent, or the ache of a friendship that faded away. These memories aren't resurfacing to torment you. They're rising to be released, to be healed, to make space for the growth that's coming. But this process can feel overwhelming, even chaotic, especially if you're not prepared. The universe isn't asking politely. It's demanding you let go of what no longer serves you, and it's doing so with a ferocity that can feel almost relentless. In the villages of Lunethia, the locals prepare by creating release altars, small sacred spaces where they place objects symbolizing their burdens: a stone for guilt, a feather for fear, a dried flower for a past love. They meditate at these altars, speaking their truths aloud, and then bury the objects in the earth, offering them to the universe as a symbol of surrender. You can create your own release altar at home. Find a quiet corner, gather items that represent what you need to let go of, and speak your intentions into the space. Maybe you'll choose a photo of someone you need to forgive, or a piece of jewelry tied to a painful memory. As you place each item on your altar, feel the weight of that burden lifting, even if just a little. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind howling around you, the blood moon's red light casting an eerie glow on the jagged rocks below. You know you must leap into the unknown, into the swirling abyss of change, to become who you're meant to be. That's the energy of this eclipse, a call to courage, a summons to transformation. In Lunethia, there's a ritual called the Leap of the Moon, where villagers climb to the highest cliff on the night of the blood moon, not to jump physically, but to symbolically leap into their fears. They stand at the edge, hearts pounding, and shout their intentions into the night. Intentions to release, to heal, to grow. You can do this too, even if you don't have a cliff nearby. Find a high place, a hill, a rooftop, or even the top of a staircase, and stand there, feeling the wind on your face. Close your eyes, visualize the blood moon above you, and speak your truth. I release my fear. I release my pain. I am ready to become who I'm meant to be. This leap isn't just symbolic. It's a declaration to the universe that you're ready to face the unknown. But the blood moon's energy can be unpredictable, and you might feel its effects in unexpected ways. In Lunethia, the locals report physical symptoms as the eclipse nears. Dizziness, a racing heart, even strange dreams where they're running through endless forests, chased by shadows. These dreams aren't random. They're your subconscious processing the emotional upheaval the blood moon is stirring. If you're experiencing similar symptoms, don't panic. They're a sign that the eclipse is already working on you, preparing you for the transformation ahead. To ease these effects, the people of Lunethia recommend grounding practices like walking barefoot on the earth, feeling the cool soil beneath your feet, or sipping chamomile tea to calm your nerves. The blood moon isn't just about emotional upheaval. It's a gateway to your destiny, a chance to step into a version of yourself you've only dreamed of. In the starlit plains of Nova Crest, where astronomers and mystics alike gather to witness celestial events, the blood moon is revered as a destiny weaver, a moment when the threads of fate are rewoven by the universe's hand. Imagine standing in the center of Nova Crest's great observatory, the blood moon's red light streaming through the domed ceiling, bathing you in its glow. You feel a stirring in your chest, a sense that something monumental is about to happen. A calling, a purpose, a destiny you've always felt but never fully grasped. This is the power of the blood moon. It doesn't just reveal your pain. It reveals your potential, offering you a chance to become the person you were always meant to be. What if this eclipse unlocks a hidden purpose you've never dared to imagine? In Nova Crest, there's a legend of a woman named Alara, who, during a blood moon centuries ago, discovered her gift for prophecy after years of feeling lost. She went on to guide her people through times of hardship, her visions saving countless lives. What gifts might the blood moon awaken in you? Perhaps you've always had a knack for understanding others' emotions, a talent that could lead you to become a counselor or healer. Or maybe you felt a pull toward creativity, writing, painting, or music that you've dismissed as impractical. The blood moon will amplify these latent abilities, urging you to embrace them fully. In Nova Crest, the locals prepare by keeping dream journals, noting any recurring symbols or messages that might hint at their destiny. You can do the same. Keep a notebook by your bed, and each morning write down your dreams. Look for patterns. Are you dreaming of water, a symbol of emotional depth, or perhaps of a phoenix, a sign of rebirth? These dreams are the blood moon's way of speaking to you, guiding you toward your true path. But the blood moon's power goes beyond the personal. It taps into ancient forces that science can't fully explain. In the shadowy halls of Plutara, a city known for its study of the unseen, astrologers whisper of cosmic energies that awaken during a blood moon, energies tied to the divine feminine, to the cycles of creation and destruction, to the very fabric of the universe itself. What are these forces? Some in Plutara believe they're the echoes of ancient deities, stirring in the cosmos to guide humanity through times of change. Others think they're the collective energy of every soul on Earth, amplified by the eclipse's alignment. Whatever they are, they're stirring now, and you can feel them in the air, a subtle hum, a sense of anticipation, a feeling that something massive is about to shift. What ancient forces are stirring in the cosmos that science can't explain? What mysteries lie beyond the veil of this eclipse, waiting to be uncovered? These questions will haunt you as the eclipse nears, their weight pressing down on you like a storm cloud on the horizon. In Plutara, the locals prepare by meditating in sacred caves, where the walls are etched with symbols of the moon and stars. They sit in silence, asking the universe for guidance, listening for whispers of insight. You can create your own sacred space at home. Find a quiet corner, light a candle, and sit with these questions. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and ask, what is the blood moon trying to show me? What destiny is waiting for me on the other side of this eclipse? Don't be surprised if you feel a sudden rush of intuition, a knowing that comes from deep within. The blood moon is a time when the veils between the physical and spiritual worlds thin, making it easier to access the wisdom of the cosmos. But this journey isn't without its challenges. The blood moon's energy can be intense, even disorienting, as it pushes you toward your destiny. In Nova Crest, the locals report feeling a strange mix of excitement and anxiety as the eclipse approaches. A sense of being on the cusp of something great, but also a fear of the unknown. You might feel this too. Perhaps a restlessness that keeps you up at night, or a sudden urge to make big changes in your life, like quitting your job or moving to a new city. These impulses are the blood moon's energy at work, urging you to align with your true path. But be cautious. While the eclipse is a time of transformation, it's also a time of reflection, not rash action. In Plutara, the astrologers advise writing down your impulses and sitting with them for a few days before acting. This will help you discern whether they're true callings or just the eclipse's chaotic energy playing tricks on your mind. A lunar eclipse is a celestial dance of alignment, a moment when the Earth positions itself directly between the sun and the moon, casting a shadow that darkens the lunar surface. This phenomenon occurs only during a full moon, when the moon is fully illuminated by the sun's rays, its silver light glowing brightly in the night sky. In the ancient city of Eldoria, where stargazers have watched the heavens for millennia, this alignment was seen as a sacred event, a time when the boundaries between the earthly and the divine blurred. The elders of Eldoria would gather on the highest hill, their eyes fixed on the sky, as the Earth's shadow began to creep across the moon's surface, a slow and deliberate darkening that felt like the universe holding its breath. In March 2025, this same alignment will unfold, a cosmic spectacle that will draw the eyes of millions, from the ancient hills of Eldoria to the modern observatories of Nova Crest, where astronomers will train their telescopes on the heavens, eager to witness the magic of the eclipse. But during a blood moon, something extraordinary happens. The moon doesn't just fade into darkness, as you might expect. Instead, it transforms into a deep, fiery red, a sight that has captivated humanity for centuries, its haunting beauty inspiring both awe and fear. In Eldoria, the stargazers called this phenomenon the Crimson Veil, believing it was a sign of the god's wrath or blessing, depending on the omens that preceded it. They would light bonfires on the night of the blood moon, their flames mirroring the red glow in the sky, and offer prayers for protection and guidance. In Nova Crest, modern astronomers view the blood moon through a scientific lens, but even they can't help but feel a sense of wonder as the moon takes on its fiery hue, a reminder of the universe's vast and mysterious beauty. The blood moon's transformation is a testament to the intricate interplay of light, shadow, and atmosphere, a cosmic ballet that unfolds with breathtaking precision. Imagine the scene. The Earth, a massive sphere floating in the void of space, positions itself between the sun and the moon, its shadow stretching across the lunar surface like a dark curtain. The moon, normally a beacon of silver light, begins to dim, its edges softening as the shadow engulfs it. But just when you think the moon will disappear entirely, a faint red glow emerges, growing brighter and more intense until the entire lunar surface is bathed in a deep, fiery hue. This is the blood moon, a phenomenon that feels almost otherworldly, as if the moon itself is bleeding, its light transformed by the Earth's presence. The blood moon's haunting crimson glow is a marvel of science, a phenomenon that reveals the intricate workings of the Earth's atmosphere and its interaction with sunlight. In the observatories of Nova Crest, where astronomers have studied the heavens for generations, this process is described with a mix of precision and wonder. As sunlight passes through our planet's atmosphere during a lunar eclipse, a fascinating transformation occurs. The atmosphere acts like a prism, bending and scattering the sun's light in a way that filters out certain wavelengths while allowing others to pass through. Shorter wavelengths, like blue and violet, scatter away, dispersed by the molecules and particles in the atmosphere, a process known as Rayleigh scattering, named after the scientist who first explained it. Meanwhile, longer wavelengths, like red and orange, are less affected by this scattering, allowing them to pass through and reach the moon's surface. Imagine the scene in vivid detail. The sun, a blazing orb of light, sends its rays toward the Earth, where they encounter the atmosphere. A thin, protective layer of gases that surrounds our planet like a delicate veil. As these rays pass through, the atmosphere scatters the blue light in all directions, creating the brilliant blue of our daytime sky. But during a lunar eclipse, when the Earth is directly between the Sun and the Moon, this scattered blue light never reaches the lunar surface. Instead, the red and orange light, with its longer wavelengths, bends around the Earth, passing through the atmosphere and emerging on the other side. This light then reflects off the Moon, bathing it in a deep, fiery glow that we call the blood moon. In Nova Crest, astronomers liken this process to a cosmic sunset, where the same red hues that paint the sky at dawn and dusk are projected onto the Moon, creating a spectacle that feels both familiar and otherworldly. But the blood moon's glow isn't just a result of physics. It's a testament to the Earth's atmosphere and its role in shaping the cosmos we see. In the ancient city of Eldoria, the stargazers believed that the red hue was a gift from the Earth to the Moon, a symbol of their eternal connection. They would tell stories of the Earth goddess Terra, who, during a lunar eclipse, would wrap the Moon in a crimson cloak, protecting it from the sun's harsh light. In Nova Crest, astronomers offer a more scientific perspective, noting that the exact shade of red depends on the state of the Earth's atmosphere at the time of the eclipse. If the atmosphere is filled with dust or volcanic particles, perhaps from an eruption in the fiery mountains of Vulcanes, the red glow will be deeper, more intense, a blood red that feels almost ominous. If the atmosphere is clear, the glow might be a softer orange, a gentler hue that still carries a sense of mystery. This phenomenon will paint the skies in March 2025, a celestial event that will be visible from the ancient hills of Eldoria to the modern cities of Nova Crest, where people will gather to witness the Moon's transformation. In Eldoria, the stargazers will light lanterns and chant ancient songs, their voices rising into the night as the Moon turns red. In Nova Crest, astronomers will host public viewings, setting up telescopes in the city square and inviting families to marvel at the eclipse. But wherever you are, the blood moon's glow will carry a message, a cosmic signal, a warning that the universe is about to shift in ways we can't ignore. The red light isn't just a trick of the atmosphere. It's a beacon, a call to awaken to the changes that are coming. In the realm of astrology, lunar eclipses are far more than beautiful events. They're catalysts for transformation, seismic shifts in the cosmic landscape that ripple through our lives with profound intensity. In the mystical city of LUNAR, a place where astrologers have gathered for centuries to study the stars, the blood moon in March 2025 is being heralded as one of the most powerful eclipses in recent memory. LUNAR, with its cobblestone streets and ancient observatories, is a city steeped in celestial lore, its inhabitants attuned to the rhythms of the cosmos. Here, the astrologers gather in candlelit halls, their charts spread out before them, as they analyze the alignment of this eclipse and its impact on humanity. They speak in hushed tones of the Virgo-Pisces axis, a celestial polarity that will define the energy of this blood moon, bringing themes of practicality, healing, service, and surrender into sharp focus. The Virgo-Pisces axis is a cosmic tug-of-war, a dance between two opposing forces that will challenge you to find balance in your life. Virgo, represented by the maiden in LUNAR's ancient tapestries, is grounded, analytical, and detail-oriented, a sign that thrives on order and structure. In the bustling markets of Viridia, where Virgo's energy is strongest, the locals are known for their meticulous planning, their days filled with schedules and to-do lists. But this eclipse will push against that need for control, introducing the dreamy, intuitive flow of Pisces, a sign represented by two fish swimming in opposite directions. In the misty waters of Pisara, where Pisces energy reigns, the locals live by their intuition, trusting the ebb and flow of life rather than rigid plans. The clash between these two energies, Virgo's need for control and Pisces' call to surrender, will create a cosmic tension that you'll feel in every aspect of your life. Imagine standing in the center of LUNAR's Great Plaza, the blood moon's red light casting long shadows on the stone beneath your feet. On one side, Virgo's energy pulls you toward practicality, urging you to organize your life, to cling to the routines that have kept you grounded. On the other side, Pisces energy beckons you to let go, to trust the universe's flow, to surrender to the unknown. This eclipse will force you to balance these two forces, to find a middle ground between control and surrender. Are you clinging too tightly to routines that no longer serve you? Perhaps you've been pouring all your energy into a job that leaves you unfulfilled, or a relationship that drains your spirit. In Viridia, the locals are already feeling this tension, their carefully planned lives thrown into disarray as the blood moon's energy stirs their intuition, urging them to dream bigger. In Pisara, the locals are preparing for the eclipse by gathering at the water's edge, where they meditate under the stars, asking the universe for guidance. They believe that the Virgo-Pisces axis is a call to heal, to serve, and to surrender to the divine flow of life. This eclipse will bring these themes to the forefront, pushing you to examine how you balance your practical needs with your spiritual desires. In Lunara, the astrologers advise creating a balance ritual to align with this energy. Find a quiet space, light 2 candles, one for Virgo, one for Pisces, and sit between them. On a piece of paper, write down the routines or habits you've been clinging to that no longer serve you. On another piece, write down the dreams or intuitive nudges you've been ignoring. Burn the first paper, releasing those old patterns, and keep the second as a reminder to trust your intuition. This cosmic tug-of-war isn't just about personal growth. It's about healing on a deeper level. In Viridia, the locals are using the eclipse's energy to mend old wounds, volunteering at community centers and offering their skills to those in need. In Pisara, the focus is on spiritual healing, with meditation circles and dream workshops popping up across the city. The Virgo-Pisces axis asks you to consider, how can I serve others while also honoring my own spiritual needs? How can I heal the parts of myself that I've neglected? The blood moon will amplify these questions, making them impossible to ignore. The Virgo-Pisces axis may be the primary influence of the blood moon, but it's not the only cosmic force at play. Depending on the eclipse's precise timing, we might also see the Libra-Aries axis come into focus, a polarity that centers on relationships and independence, adding another layer of complexity to this celestial event. In the bustling markets of Harmonia, a city where Libra's energy of harmony and partnership reigns supreme, the air is filled with the sounds of laughter and negotiation, as the locals strive to maintain balance in their connections. Harmonia is a place of beauty and cooperation, its streets lined with flower stalls and communal gardens, where people come together to share meals and stories. But across the continent, in the fiery plains of Ardentia, where Aries' boldness and independence thrive, the energy is entirely different. Ardentia is a land of warriors and pioneers, its people known for their fierce individuality, their lives driven by a relentless pursuit of personal freedom. The Libra-Aries axis will push you to reassess your connections, forcing you to confront the balance between your relationships and your sense of self. In Harmonia, the locals are already feeling this energy, their usually harmonious relationships strained as the blood moon's influence stirs their need for independence. You might feel this too. Perhaps you've been giving too much of yourself to others, always putting their needs before your own. Whether it's staying late at work to help a colleague or sacrificing your own dreams to support a partner. In Harmonia, the locals are preparing by holding balance circles, where they sit in pairs, sharing their needs and boundaries, striving to find a middle ground. You can do the same. Sit down with someone you care about, whether a friend, partner, or family member, and have an honest conversation about your needs. Are you giving too much, or are you taking too much? In Ardentia, the energy is more fiery, more assertive. The locals here are feeling a surge of independence, a desire to break free from relationships that feel stifling or unbalanced. You might feel this too. Perhaps a friendship that once brought you joy now feels like a burden, or a romantic relationship that's lost its spark. The blood moon will bring these imbalances to the surface, forcing you to ask the hard questions. Are you too focused on your own needs, neglecting the people who matter most? Or are you compromising too much of yourself to keep the peace? In Ardentia, the locals prepare by engaging in fire rituals, where they write down the relationships they need to release, then burn the paper in a bonfire, symbolizing their commitment to reclaiming their individuality. you can create your own fire ritual. Safely burn a piece of paper with the names of relationships or dynamics you need to let go of, and as the flames consume the paper, feel the weight of those ties lifting. This eclipse could bring a crossroads moment, a pivotal decision that will shape your future. In Harmonia, the locals speak of a woman named Lyria, who, during a past blood moon, realized she had been sacrificing her own dreams to maintain harmony in her marriage. She used the eclipse's energy to have an honest conversation with her partner, ultimately finding a new balance that allowed her to pursue her passion for painting while strengthening their bond. In Ardentia, the story is of a man named Kale, who walked away from a toxic friendship during a blood moon, reclaiming his independence and discovering a newfound sense of self-worth. Will you find your power within relationships? Or will you need to release certain ties to reclaim your individuality? The planetary aspects of the blood moon add even more intensity to this already powerful event, creating a cosmic symphony that will resonate through every aspect of your life. In the coastal villages of Maris, a place where the ocean's waves crash against jagged cliffs, the influence of Mars, the planet of action and aggression, is said to be strongest. Maris is a land of passion and conflict, its people known for their fiery tempers and unyielding determination. As the blood moon approaches, the astrologers of Maris are warning of a potential square between the eclipse and Mars, a challenging aspect that will bring a surge of fiery energy into your life. This energy will feel like a wildfire, burning through your inhibitions and igniting a sudden urge to act, to move, to do something, anything, to break free from the stagnation that's been holding you back. You might feel this energy as a restless impatience, a desire to take bold action, whether it's confronting a difficult situation, starting a new project, or finally speaking your truth. In Maris, the locals are already feeling this surge. They're usually calm villages buzzing with activity as people channel their energy into physical pursuits. Fishing in the stormy seas, building new boats, or training for the annual warrior games. But beware, Mars' influence can also stir conflict, turning that fiery energy into arguments, impulsive decisions, or even outright aggression. You might find yourself snapping at a coworker over a minor disagreement, or making a rash decision, like quitting your job without a plan, that you later regret. In Maris, the locals prepare by practicing calm waters meditation, where they sit by the ocean, listening to the waves, and breathing deeply to temper Mars' fiery energy. You can do the same. Find a body of water, whether it's a lake, a river, or even a bathtub, and let the sound of water soothe your nerves, helping you channel Mars' energy into productive action instead of conflict. What might that productive action look like? In Maris, the locals are using Mars' energy to take bold steps toward long-delayed goals, perhaps starting a new business, or finally confronting a family member about a long-standing issue. You can do the same. Think of a goal you've been putting off, something that requires courage and determination. Maybe it's applying for a dream job, or having a difficult conversation with a friend. The blood moon square with Mars will give you the push you need to act, but you must be intentional, lest the energy turn destructive. In Maris, there's a story of a fisherman named Torin, who, during a past blood moon, used Mars' energy to build a boat that carried him to new lands, where he found prosperity. But there's also a cautionary tale of a woman named Mara, who let Mars' energy fuel her anger, leading to a feud that divided her village. Which path will you choose? On the other hand, if the eclipse forms a trine with Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, you might experience a very different energy. In the rose gardens of Venera, a city where Venus' influence is strongest, the air is filled with the scent of blooming flowers, and the locals are known for their deep capacity for love and connection. Venera is a place of beauty and reconciliation, its people skilled in the art of healing relationships and fostering self-love. A trine with Venus during the blood moon could bring a wave of healing energy into your life, softening the intensity of Mars and offering opportunities for emotional connection. You might find yourself drawn to mend a broken relationship, perhaps reaching out to a friend you've lost touch with, or having a heart-to-heart with a partner to resolve past hurts. In Venera, the locals are preparing for the eclipse by hosting rose rituals, where they gather in the gardens, each person holding a rose as a symbol of love. They share stories of forgiveness, Then place their roses in a communal vase, symbolizing their commitment to healing. You can create your own rose ritual. Buy a single rose, or even a flower that resonates with you, and hold it as you meditate on the relationships in your life. Who do you need to forgive? What wounds need healing? As you place the flower in a vase, imagine Venus energy enveloping you, filling you with love and peace. In Venera, there's a story of a woman named Leora, who, during a past blood moon, reconciled with her estranged sister, their bond stronger than ever thanks to Venus healing energy. What relationships might the blood moon help you heal? And then there's Pluto, the planet of transformation, power, and rebirth, a celestial force that adds a profound depth to the blood moon. In the shadowy halls of Plutara, a city known for its study of the unseen, astrologers are predicting a potential conjunction between the eclipse and Pluto, an alignment that will bring a seismic shift to your life. Plutara is a place of mystery, its streets lined with ancient temples where the air is thick with the scent of incense and the whispers of the past. Here, the astrologers gather in darkened rooms, their eyes fixed on star charts, as they analyze the implications of this conjunction. They speak of Pluto as a cosmic alchemist, a force that breaks down old structures and rebuilds them into something new, something more authentic. If the eclipse conjuncts Pluto, as these astrologers predict, you'll face a profound emotional purge, a process that will feel like a cosmic demolition, clearing the way for a more authentic you. Imagine standing in the center of Plutara's great temple, the blood moon's red light streaming through the stained glass windows, casting eerie shadows on the stone floor. The energy of Pluto surrounds you, a heavy, transformative force that feels both exhilarating and terrifying. This is the kind of energy that breaks down old structures. Think of it as a cosmic demolition, tearing down the walls you've built around your heart, the beliefs that have limited you, the patterns that have kept you stuck. In Plutara, the locals prepare for this energy by engaging in shadow work, a practice where they confront their deepest fears and insecurities, writing them down and then burning the paper as a symbol of release. You can do the same. Find a quiet space, light a candle, and write down the fears that have held you back. Perhaps it's a fear of failure, a fear of being seen, or a fear of change. As you burn the paper, imagine Pluto's energy dissolving those fears, clearing the way for a new beginning. But this process won't be easy. In Plutara, the locals warn that Pluto's energy can feel overwhelming, as if the universe is stripping away everything you've known. Your sense of security, your identity, your comfort zone. You might feel raw, exposed, even lost, as the blood moon and Pluto work together to unearth the deepest parts of your psyche. In Plutara, there's a story of a man named Zorak, who, during a past blood moon, faced Pluto's energy and lost everything. His home, his job, his relationships. But from that loss, he emerged stronger, discovering a new path as a healer, his life more aligned with his true purpose than ever before. What will emerge on the other side of this eclipse for you? That's the mystery of this cosmic event, and it's one you'll need to face with courage. Let's break this down by zodiac sign, starting with Aries. In the fiery lands of Ardentia, Aries will feel this eclipse in their relationships, a call to balance their fierce independence with the needs of partnership. In the warrior camps of Ardentia, Aries are preparing by holding balance duels, symbolic battles where they practice compromise rather than dominance. Taurus, in the earthy fields of Taurin, will confront self-worth, releasing limiting beliefs that have kept them small. In Taurin, the locals are planting self-worth seeds, burying old beliefs in the soil and planting new intentions for growth. Gemini, from the windy peaks of Gamara, will reassess their career path, asking if their work aligns with their true calling. In Gamara, the locals are hosting career vision quests, hiking to the peaks to meditate on their purpose. Cancer, in the watery coves of Kinsera, will seek expansion beyond their comfort zone, perhaps through travel or learning. In Kinsera, the locals are building expansion boats, symbolic vessels they launch into the sea to mark their journey. Leo, in the sunny plains of Leona, will focus on shared resources, setting boundaries in intimate connections. In Leona, the locals are creating boundary circles, where they share their needs with loved ones under the sun. Virgo, in the orderly streets of Viridia, will undergo a personal identity shift, stepping into a new phase of growth. In Viridia, the locals are holding identity festivals, where they celebrate their evolving selves with music and dance. Libra, in Harmonia's balanced courts, will dive into their inner world, healing old wounds through reflection. In Harmonia, the locals are hosting healing salons, where they share stories of forgiveness. Scorpio, in the mysterious swamps of Scorvia, will reevaluate their social circles, possibly ending toxic friendships. In Scorvia, the locals are performing friendship purges, symbolically cutting ties with those who no longer align with their values. Sagittarius, in the adventurous hills of Sagara, will redefine their career goals, seeking a path that aligns with their passions. In Sagara, the locals are embarking on career quests, journeying into the hills to find clarity. Capricorn, in the mountainous realm of Caprica, will embrace new perspectives, breaking free from limiting beliefs. In Caprica, the locals are climbing the mountains to meditate, seeking new ways of thinking. Aquarius, in the innovative city of Aquaria, will release draining attachments, whether emotional or financial. In Aquaria, the locals are holding attachment releases, where they donate items that no longer serve them. And Pisces, in the dreamy waters of Pisara, will reflect on their partnerships, seeking balance between giving and receiving. In Pisara, the locals are hosting partnership reflections, meditating by the water to find clarity. Each sign will feel this eclipse differently, but the core message is the same: release, heal, and grow. In Plutara, the astrologers remind us that Pluto's energy, though intense, is a gift, a chance to transform, to rebuild, to become more authentic. Right now, as we approach the blood moon, we're in the waning moon phase, a sacred time of release and cleansing that's already stirring in the sacred groves of Lunethia, a forested sanctuary where the moon's energy is said to be strongest. Lunethia is a place of ancient magic, its towering trees whispering secrets as the moonlight filters through their branches, casting dappled patterns on the forest floor. The locals here have long revered the waning moon as a time of letting go, a cosmic invitation to shed the old and make space for the new. In the days leading up to the eclipse, the air in Lunethia is thick with anticipation, the energy of release palpable as the villagers prepare for the transformation that's coming. This phase is your cosmic preparation for the blood moon, a chance to clear out the emotional, mental, and physical clutter that's been weighing you down, creating space for the new beginnings that the eclipse will bring. Start by reflecting on what's holding you back: old grudges, toxic relationships, or self-doubt. In Lunethia, the locals gather in the sacred groves, sitting in circles around a central fire, as they share stories of the burdens they're ready to release. One woman speaks of a grudge she's held against her sister for years, a resentment that's poisoned their relationship. Another man admits to the self-doubt that's kept him from pursuing his dream of becoming a musician. As they speak, they hold stones in their hands, each stone representing a burden, and then place the stones in the fire, watching as the flames consume them, symbolizing their release. You can create your own release ritual. Find a quiet space, light a candle, and write down the grudges, relationships, or doubts that are holding you back. As you write, feel the weight of those burdens, and then burn the paper, imagining the flames transforming that weight into light, freeing you from its hold. In the quiet forests of Eldergrove, a neighboring region where the waning moon's energy is equally strong, people are already decluttering their homes, a physical act that mirrors the emotional release the moon invites. Eldergrove is a place of simplicity, its inhabitants living in harmony with nature, their homes filled with only what they truly need. As the waning moon rises, the locals go through their belongings, sorting through clothes, books, and mementos, asking themselves, "Does this still serve me?" They donate old clothes to those in need, recycle items that no longer have a purpose, and clear out spaces that have become cluttered with the detritus of the past. This act of decluttering isn't just about creating a tidy home. It's about creating space for new energy, new opportunities, new growth. In Eldergrove, there's a story of a woman named Silvara, who, during a past waning moon, cleared out her attic and found a box of letters from her late mother, letters that helped her heal a long-held grief. What might you discover as you declutter your own space? What can you let go of to lighten your load? In Lunethia, the locals believe that physical clutter mirrors emotional clutter, and that clearing one helps clear the other. Start with a small space, perhaps your desk, your closet, or even your car. As you sort through your belongings, ask yourself, does this item bring me joy? Does it align with who I am becoming? If the answer is no, let it go. Donate, recycle, or throw away anything that no longer serves you, and as you do, imagine the emotional weight lifting as well. Perhaps you'll let go of a sweater that reminds you of a painful breakup, or a stack of papers tied to a job you hated. In Eldergrove, the locals take this a step further, holding release festivals, where they bring items they no longer need to a communal bonfire, burning them as a symbol of letting go. You can create your own release festival. Gather items you're ready to part with and safely burn them, or donate them to someone who might find value in them. This process of release isn't just about the physical, it's about the emotional and spiritual as well. In Lunethia, the locals use the waning moon's energy to release old grudges, writing letters of forgiveness to those who've hurt them, even if they never send the letters. They believe that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, a way to free your heart from the chains of resentment. Who do you need to forgive? Perhaps a friend who betrayed you, a parent who didn't understand you, or even yourself for past mistakes. Write a letter to that person, pouring out your feelings, and then burn the letter, releasing the grudge into the universe. In Eldergrove, the locals also focus on self-doubt, using the waning moon to let go of limiting beliefs. They write affirmations on leaves, statements like, "I am enough" or "I trust myself," and then scatter the leaves in the forest, letting the wind carry their intentions into the world. What beliefs are you ready to release? The waning moon is your chance to let go, to lighten your load, to prepare for the transformation that's coming. Forgiveness is key during the waning moon phase, a sacred act that will prepare you for the blood moon by freeing you from the emotional chains that have held you back. In the healing springs of Seraphia, a region known for its crystal-clear waters and ancient traditions, the locals are already engaging in powerful forgiveness rituals, their practices steeped in the wisdom of the moon. Seraphia is a place of renewal, its springs believed to hold the energy of the divine feminine, a nurturing force that soothes the soul and heals old wounds. As the waning moon rises over the springs, the locals gather at the water's edge, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of lanterns, as they write letters of forgiveness to others and themselves, pouring out their pain, their anger, their regret. They then burn these letters under the waning moon, watching as the flames consume their words, releasing their burdens into the universe. What do you need to forgive to move forward? In Seraphia, the locals believe that forgiveness is a sacred act, a way to unburden your heart and make space for the new energy the blood moon will bring. Perhaps you need to forgive a friend who let you down, a partner who broke your trust, or a family member whose words still sting. Or maybe the forgiveness you need is for yourself, for the mistakes you've made, the opportunities you've missed, the times you've been too hard on yourself. In Seraphia, there's a story of a woman named Eloria, who, during a past waning moon, wrote a letter to her father, forgiving him for his absence during her childhood. She burned the letter by the springs, and as the smoke rose into the night, she felt a weight lift from her heart, a lightness she hadn't known in years. What weight are you carrying that forgiveness could release? This isn't just about letting go. It's about freeing yourself from emotional chains, breaking the cycles of resentment and guilt that have kept you stuck. In Seraphia, the locals teach that holding on to anger or regret is like carrying a heavy stone in your heart. It weighs you down, draining your energy and dimming your light. Forgiveness is the act of setting that stone down, of freeing yourself to move forward with a lighter heart. To practice this, find a quiet space, perhaps near a body of water if you can, and write your letter of forgiveness. Pour out everything, your hurt, your anger, your sorrow, and then offer forgiveness, even if it feels hard. You might write, "I forgive you for the pain you caused me, and I release this burden from my heart." Or, if you're forgiving yourself, "I forgive myself for my mistakes, and I choose to move forward with love." Once you've written your letter, burn it safely, or tear it into pieces and scatter it into the wind, imagining the emotional chains dissolving as you do. As you release, it's also important to honor the lessons you've learned along the way. In the gratitude circles of Nova Crest, a city where the stars shine brightly in the night sky, people are giving thanks for their growth, a practice that aligns you with the universe's flow. Nova Crest is a place of celebration, its inhabitants known for their optimism and their deep connection to the cosmos. In the days leading up to the blood moon, the locals gather in the city square, forming circles under the waning moon as they share stories of their journey. One man speaks of a failed business venture that taught him resilience. A woman shares how a painful breakup led her to discover her own strength. They light candles in the center of the circle, each flame representing a lesson they're grateful for. And as the candles burn, they feel their connection to the universe deepen. You can create your own gratitude circle, even if you're alone. Find a quiet space, light a candle, and reflect on your journey. What challenges have you faced that made you stronger? What losses taught you the value of love? Write down 3 lessons you're grateful for, and as you do, feel a sense of peace wash over you. Perhaps you're grateful for a difficult job that taught you patience, or a friendship that ended but showed you what you truly value in a relationship. In Nova Crest, the locals believe that gratitude is a magnet for positive energy, a way to align with the universe's flow and prepare for the transformation the blood moon will bring. By honoring your lessons, you're not just releasing the past. You're stepping into the future with a heart full of wisdom and light. The blood moon also connects us to the divine feminine, a nurturing, powerful energy that's felt strongly in the moonlit valleys of Femera, a region where the moon's light seems to dance on every surface, illuminating the landscape with a soft, ethereal glow. Femera is a place of deep feminine wisdom, its valleys dotted with ancient stone circles where women have gathered for centuries to honor the cycles of the moon. The divine feminine is an energy tied to intuition, creativity, and emotional depth, a force that invites you to slow down, to turn inward, to listen to the whispers of your inner voice. In Femera, the locals believe that the blood moon amplifies this energy, making it the perfect time to reconnect with your intuition and embrace your creative power. As the eclipse approaches, the valleys of Femera are alive with activity, the women gathering under the stars to prepare for this sacred moment. This energy invites you to slow down and listen to your inner voice, a voice that's often drowned out by the noise of daily life. In Femera, the women speak of the divine feminine as a moon mother, a nurturing presence that guides them through the cycles of life, birth, growth, death, and rebirth. They believe that the blood moon is a time when the moon mother speaks loudest, her voice carried on the wind, urging you to trust your intuition, to honor your emotions, to embrace your creativity. Have you been ignoring your gut lately? Perhaps you felt a nagging sense that something in your life isn't right. A job that doesn't fulfill you, a relationship that feels off. But you've pushed those feelings aside, telling yourself to be practical. The blood moon will not let you ignore these intuitive nudges any longer. In Femera, the women are already feeling this energy, their dreams filled with symbols and messages that they interpret as guidance from the moon mother. In the moonlit valleys of Femera, women are gathering to meditate under the stars, their voices rising in soft chants as they connect with the divine feminine. They sit in circles, their hands resting on the earth, as they close their eyes and listen to their inner voice. Some see visions, perhaps a flowing river, a symbol of emotional release, or a blooming flower, a sign of new beginnings. Others feel a deep sense of knowing, a clarity about their path that they've been seeking for years. After their meditation, they journal about their deepest desires, writing down the dreams they've kept hidden, the passions they've been too afraid to pursue. One woman writes of her desire to become a painter, a dream she's held since childhood but never acted on. Another writes of her longing to travel, to explore the world beyond Femera's valleys. These journaling sessions are a sacred act, a way to honor the divine feminine and the intuitive wisdom she brings. You can try this too. Light a candle, create a sacred space, and write down what your intuition is telling you. Find a quiet corner of your home, perhaps a cozy nook with a window where you can see the moon. Light a candle, white for purity or purple for intuition, and place it in front of you, its flame a symbol of the divine feminine's light. Create a sacred space by surrounding yourself with items that resonate with you. Perhaps a crystal like amethyst, a feather, or a small bowl of water. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths, imagining the moon's light enveloping you, filling you with a sense of peace. Then ask yourself, what is my intuition telling me? What truths have I been avoiding? Perhaps you've been avoiding the truth that you're unhappy in your current job, or that you need to set boundaries with a friend. Write down whatever comes to mind, without judgment, letting your inner voice flow onto the page. What truths have you been avoiding? In Femera, the women believe that the divine feminine reveals the truths we've buried, the ones we're too afraid to face. Perhaps you've been avoiding the truth that you're not living in alignment with your values, or that you've been neglecting your own needs to please others. The blood moon will bring these truths to the surface, its energy amplified by the divine feminine, making it impossible to ignore what your intuition has been trying to tell you. In Femera, there's a story of a woman named Lyrian, who, during a past blood moon, meditated in the valleys and realized she had been suppressing her creative side for years. She began writing poetry, and her words touched the hearts of everyone in Femera, earning her the title of Moon Poet. What creative gifts might the blood moon awaken in you? Cleansing your energy is crucial as the blood moon approaches, a necessary step to prepare for the intense transformation this eclipse will bring. In the ancient temples of Purifica, a city known for its sacred rituals and spiritual purity, the locals are already engaging in powerful cleansing practices, their traditions rooted in centuries of wisdom. Purifica is a place of light, its temples built from white stone that gleams under the moon, their interiors filled with the scent of burning herbs and the sound of chanting. As the eclipse nears, the people of Purifica gather in these temples, smudging with sage and palo santo, the smoke rising in delicate spirals as it clears away negativity. They believe that the blood moon's energy is so potent that it can amplify any stagnant or negative energy in your life, making cleansing an essential part of preparation. Smudging is a sacred practice in Purifica, one that's been passed down through generations, its origins tied to the city's founders, who believed that smoke could carry prayers to the heavens. The locals light bundles of sage or palo santo, their flames flickering briefly before giving way to a steady stream of smoke. They move the smoke around their bodies, starting at their feet and working their way up to their head, focusing on areas where they feel tension or heaviness, perhaps a tight chest, a stiff neck, or a heavy heart. As they smudge, they set the intention to release stagnant energy, speaking words like, "I release all that no longer serves me. I clear my energy for the transformation ahead." In Purifica, there's a story of a man named Elian, who, during a past blood moon, smudged his home and felt a sudden lightness, as if years of worry had been lifted from his shoulders. He went on to start a new chapter in his life, free from the burdens of the past. You can do this too. Smudging is a simple but powerful way to cleanse your energy before the eclipse. Find a bundle of sage or palo santo, or even a stick of incense if that's what you have, and light it, letting the flame burn for a moment before blowing it out. Hold the smoldering herb over a fireproof bowl to catch any ashes, and move the smoke around your body, starting at your feet and working your way up. As you do, focus on areas of tension, perhaps your shoulders where you carry stress, or your stomach where anxiety often settles. Imagine the smoke as a purifying force, dissolving any negativity, fear, or doubt that's been clinging to you. Set the intention to release stagnant energy, speaking your intention aloud. "I release all that no longer serves me. I am ready for the blood moon's transformation." You can also smudge your home, moving the smoke into every corner, clearing out any lingering energy that might interfere with the eclipse's power. Or try a ritual bath, a practice popular in the hot springs of Aquatica, a region known for its healing waters and serene beauty. Aquatica is a place of renewal, its hot springs bubbling up from the earth, their steam rising into the air like a gentle mist. The locals here believe that water is a sacred element, a conduit for cleansing and transformation, and they use the waning moon phase to prepare for the blood moon with ritual baths. They add salt, lavender, and frankincense to their baths, each ingredient chosen for its purifying properties: salt to draw out negativity, lavender to calm the mind, and frankincense to connect with the divine. As they soak in the warm water, they visualize the water washing away fears, doubts, and emotional blockages, imagining their bodies and spirits being cleansed and renewed. You can create your own ritual bath at home, even if you don't have a hot spring nearby. Fill your bathtub with warm water and add a handful of Epsom salt, a few drops of lavender essential oil, and a pinch of frankincense resin or oil if you have it. If you don't have these exact ingredients, you can use sea salt and any calming essential oil you have on hand. Chamomile or rose would work beautifully. Light a candle, dim the lights, and step into the bath, letting the warm water envelop you. As you soak, close your eyes and visualize the water washing away your fears and doubts. Imagine a dark, heavy energy flowing out of your body and into the water, dissolving into nothingness. See yourself emerging from the bath lighter, clearer, more aligned with the energy of the blood moon. In Aquatica, there's a story of a woman named Marina, who, during a past blood moon, took a ritual bath and felt her anxiety melt away, leaving her ready to face the eclipse with courage. Grounding is non-negotiable during this intense time. In the earthy plains of ground era, people are walking barefoot on the grass, a practice called earthing that reconnects you with nature. Feel the soil beneath your feet. Imagine roots growing from your soles into the earth, anchoring you. If you prefer, meditate with grounding stones like hematite or obsidian, known in ground era for their stabilizing energy. These practices will keep you centered as the eclipse's energy builds. Finally, set intentions for the new cycle. In the intention circles of Manifesta, people are writing down what they want to manifest: new careers, healed relationships, or personal growth. Write your intentions on paper, then keep them close as a reminder of the energy you're calling in. The eclipse is a cosmic reset, a chance to co-create your future. But you must act now. Time is running out, and the universe waits for no one. The lunar eclipse in March 2025 isn't just a celestial event. It's your cosmic wake-up call. This is your chance to shed the old, step into your power, and align with the universe's grand plan for your growth. Don't let fear hold you back. This shift is an opportunity, not a threat. The energy will be intense, but you have the tools to navigate it. Act now, or risk missing the most transformative moment of your life. The universe is watching. Are you ready to leap into the unknown? To protect yourself and harness this energy, take these steps immediately. First, avoid crowds and overstimulating environments. The eclipse's energy can amplify chaos, leaving you drained. Instead, spend time in nature, like the serene forests of Kalmia, to recalibrate your energy. Adjust your sleep patterns. The blood moon might disrupt your rest, so aim for earlier bedtimes and create a calming nighttime routine. Practice deep breathing and meditation daily. Visualize yourself grounded, unshaken by the cosmic currents. These steps will keep you steady as the eclipse's power peaks. I want to hear from you right now. What strange signs have you noticed lately? Are you feeling the blood moon's pull already? Comment below with your experiences, and let's decode these cosmic messages together before March arrives. And don't keep this warning to yourself. Share this video with one person you trust. Spread the word before it's too late. At Cosmic Wisdom Naturally, our mission is to keep you ahead of these cosmic transformations, guiding you through every shift with clarity and purpose. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We'll be with you every step of the way as the blood moon approaches. Let's close with a powerful affirmation. I release what no longer serves me, and I welcome transformation with courage and an open heart. Repeat this daily, and trust that the universe is guiding you toward your highest good. Are you ready to transform? The cosmos is waiting.